Hello everyone and welcome back to FilmDirt. Well, after a brief break from Alien and Predator movies, I thought I'd continue by revisiting both in the form of Alien vs Predator, directed by Paul W.S. Anderson, and it was released in 2004. Today was the first time I've ever seen this unrated edition cut, which was around 7 to 8 minutes longer than the theatrical. There was some decent action in it when it got going, and the wrestling matches between the Alien and Predator were okay, and not too much CGI fighting that would really take you out of it, especially at that time in 2004 where we weren't quite photoreal yet by that time. There is some CG action in it, running and climbing by the aliens, and that doesn't look good at all. But apart from that, a lot of the film is quite decent. Now, with this unrated cut, from what I saw, there's an intro scene in Antarctica, so we are on planet Earth for this story. And throughout the film, there's extended scenes by 15 seconds, 30 seconds here and there. And what I thought was very obvious here, some additional CG blood effects, which doesn't really blend in seamlessly with the actual imagery. And that's a shame that they've had to go back and retroactively add it in rather than remove it. I think those films where they add in blood effects just never seem to look real. And I know present day I think it does look seamless. You know, obviously as technology has got better, I'm sure they do that a lot more than we think. But 2004, it looks quite obvious here in places, and that's a shame. So having watched this newer version, I don't think I feel any different to it. I'm still just okay with it. There's no super awesome version of this film newly uncovered. The story is reasonably simple. This team have come here to investigate some activity in Antarctica, and what's revealed is a pyramid type structure, which as we learn it's like a games room for the predator species. And inside reminds me of games like Tomb Raider or the actual pyramids, where there's secret tunnels and rooms. You could be led into a trap, and there are a couple, as we lose each member of this team one by one. And it's also a shame there's no real connection to these characters. However, the cast does look pretty decent. Sanaa, Lathan, I see Colin, Salmon here as well, Ewen, Bremner and Tommy Flanagan. Lance Henriksen returns as Charles Bishop Weyland. Is he the same Weyland that appeared in Alien 3? Maybe. And quite a few other familiar faces here from other stuff, as well as Tom Woodruff Jr. as the Alien, who's a name we've seen playing the Alien in previous films, and also Ian Whyte playing the Predator. According to IMDb, stands 7'1". So yeah, he'll do. So really, this film is just average. It's much lighter than the previous Alien and Predator films we've seen. The others were classed as horror films. There's a lot of tension and fear in the danger ahead. It's almost like wondering why they even bothered producing a sanitised version of this film. Whilst there is danger here in various scenes, there's nothing that really grips you. And that also applies to Sanaa Lathan's character, who's not really a match for Sigourney Weaver's Ripley character leading the other films, who I thought was outstanding with some superb acting in all three of her original Alien movies. Now, I'm not saying Sanaa Lathan is a lesser actor. It's just clear that the character she was given here just isn't as interesting as Ripley. Those original Alien films had a character there which every actor could really get their teeth into. There's a lot of substance there, and the quality of those films were high. Not so here. The few real good moments are just dotted here and there. There was some tension in the two main characters fighting, and things like squeezing through tiny gaps as they're about to close shut, and those retractable net weapons that slice into their victims as they're retracting. Again, even though the blood effects that these scenes produced never really looked real, the dramatic effect those posed were still good. Now, I already mentioned the questionable CGI effects in places, but I have to say, those shots with the Queen alien, I thought they looked really good. I don't know how they did it. It was probably all CG itself, wasn't it? Or maybe a small puppet where the rods are removed. The quality there was quite high. maybe they just got the slower speed of the animation more on point than they did with the smaller xenomorphs. But just seeing it move around and interacting, or maybe the pace it was running at, looked surprisingly convincing to my eyes. I'm really searching here to find things that I like about it, probably because I do like the Alien and Predator characters, and finding those little brief moments of horror is what I like about this film. Even though some of it was off camera and we see the splatter of blood, we've seen that technique done much better in the previous films. And the slicing and dicing effects here and there where the Predator slices through the alien's skull is always a great moment. And here I have to add, at least the egg effects are done right. They're not writhing around like they were in Alien Resurrection, which always looked weird to me. Here they look like just as they did in the first 3 Alien films. So at this point, let's have a score. Again, I'm thinking it's just okay average still. I'm going to score it straight down the middle, 2.5. It was nice to see an unrated cut, but the tone of it is still akin to a PG film. We're still missing that quality and tension and excitement that we saw in those original Alien films and the 2 Predator films. But will that be rectified in the sequel, Aliens vs Predator Requiem? I remember quite liking that film. I wonder if time has been kind to it. I'll rewatch that in the next few days and I'll come back here with my review. Be sure to join me then. Like and subscribe so you get the alert when it drops. Speak to you again soon. All the best. Take care.